Last time we did that, you didn't mute anybody in the beginning, so there's just like all this breathing and like exhaling that happened. That was crazy. I started the show on the last one. It was literally like just kid going. It's like, what's happening behind the intro?
Gotta get the kinks out.
Yeah. Hey, yo. 30 seconds in, dog. 30 seconds in. This is why you sit in the back. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love to another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We got a topic for you guys today, man. I mean, listen, the news breaking that, by the way, we got the squad in the building.
Yeah.
No, it's just us. It's just,
Trying to use
let's squad, smaller squad.
Mini.
Yeah, mini squad. It's like a little, never mind. But no, we got Jordan JC in the building. As always, host of the Chicago Bears Breeze and the ATS Report. And, of course, the super producer, Joel Holt in the back.
Happening, fellas?
What's going on, man? We got a topic, boys. We got a tough topic, a interesting topic, and one that I think is going to lead Bears fans down the PTSD. I mean, like, are we running this back with another sports team, the continuity word? Because Jim Harbaugh has decided to come back to the NFL as he has signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. Did the Bears make the right call? Did the Bears make the right call on continuity? We got to talk about that on today's episode. And, I mean, listen, that's pretty much going to be today's show because I can see where this is going, bro. I can see where this is going. Oh, also, we do have to talk about this as well. I got a little inside scoop on not inside scoop. I guess I shouldn't say that, but I got an insider's viewpoint of our new OC Shane Waldron.
Oh, okay.
It's not good.
Cool.
It's not good.
What?
It's not good. It's
God,
not good.
I thought you was going to give me something good.
There is good.
All right, well.
There is good, but it's not good. We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in and showing love. Before we jump into this stuff, though, I heard this question on the way over here, and I thought I would bring this to the panel to ask because this is the perfect group of jamokes to bring it to. Hey, how many owls would you have to see in a day before you'd be concerned?
What?
How many owls would you have to see in a day? Like who? Like,
hooting owls?
yeah. How
Are
many
you
owls
serious?
would you have to see in a day
That's what we're talking about.
before you got concerned?
Two.
No, because this is a legit question.
Are you kidding me? I haven't seen an owl in years. I don't know. What?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, at what point would you be like, hey, I'm on my third owl today. What's going on? Like
somebody is coming from like some other country and dropping owls
I
in
don't
Illinois
know.
now?
I'm just saying, like, how many
I don't know.
owls?
It would okay. I'll give you a number. I'll say 3.
3 is your number?
3 is my.
I'm not
say
gonna lie.
3.
If I saw 2 owls in a day, I'm calling somebody. Y'all gonna get a phone call from me. If I
seen
saw
an owl,
2
Lakeshore
owls, bro,
Drive.
2 owls. I don't know if I've seen 2 owls in my whole life in a while.
No. If I saw an owl like on Lakeshore Drive, especially in this weather, I'm like, what is an owl doing
know what I
over
mean?
here in -5? Come on.
I swear, if I
somebody's
saw
dropping
2,
out.
I'm
That's all I
calling the police if I see more than 2 owls in a day. Joe, I don't know where Joe's going. Joe, how many owls you got? How many?
I said, well, he said,
Joe, you live in
got
that.
3.
Here's the thing about Joe. Joe lives in an area that has real trees,
Yeah,
and I
you-
guarantee you, he hasn't seen more than 2 owls.
I can see an owl living in your
I
area.
might have only
yeah.
seen one, maybe. And I've seen falcons and all kind of stuff. An owl, not really.
Yo, if I saw 2 owls in a day, somebody's getting a phone call. The world's coming to an end. That's Armageddon, bro. That's the sign of Armageddon. 2 owls is the sign
Where's
of
this
Armageddon.
coming
Bro.
from? This is like left
It was
field,
just a random question that somebody threw on TikTok, bro.
and you just wanted to go with that.
This sounds
Okay.
like a
It
Friday
was, just
free
a
for all.
random, it was just a random question that got thrown on
Thanks,
TikTok.
thanks, Pat.
I
Really
thought it was a
appreciate
good question.
Wednesday free for
Hey,
all.
let me know in the chat.
Whack
Hey,
Wednesday.
hey, let me know in the chat how many owls. I felt like that was a legit question.
Hey, I'm with you.
I
Okay.
thought that was a legit
That's the way
question.
you want to go with the show. Cool. I'm with it.
Owls can not somebody breaking down owls in the chat. Owls can live in any weather.
Is Drake dropping
Watch
a new
yourself.
album or
Yeah.
something?
Hey.
What do we? I don't know.
Hey.
Like, what- Good Lord.
Sound like Pat got in my stash. I'm not high. It was a real question. It was a real question, Gucci Finesse. All right, let's jump into the football stuff. So, Jim Harbaugh, speaking of owls, it doesn't correlate at all. Jim Harbaugh has just, shut up, Joel.
did say
You're
he
not
was
even on the
hungry.
mic. I am starving. I said I was starving. Y'all was going to get this. Jim Harbaugh has signed with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Jeez.
And I think most Bears fans, this brings the question to their mind. Did we make the wrong decision? Did we make the wrong decision going with continuity here? Because now we know that, right? I think the question always, hey, Joel, I don't know if you went across screen there, Joel. I don't know if you saw that. Thank you. When you look at the biggest question was always, was he going to come back to the NFL? Was he going to deal with the sanctions? Was he going to stick around in Michigan because now he's God in Ann Arbor and he can pretty much do whatever he wants? So I think that was always the question on whether the Bears were going to go after Harbaugh or not. But when you couple that with Ryan Poles saying at the end of all of that, we didn't even talk to him. We didn't even pick up the phone. We believed in Matt Eberflus so much. It sounds wrong to say the name like that, but we believed in Flus so much that we were all in on him sticking around. Does that leave you feeling as a Bears fan like, wow, this is a major kick in the gonads?
Oh, it's a triple kick in the gonads, because here's my thing. We did all of this due diligence for the OC search. My only gripe is, okay, if we chose Matt Eberflus at the end of an extensive search, I'm fine with that. But do the homework. Do all of the opening of the doors and getting all of the searching over. You didn't do enough on the head coaching side for you to give yourself a shot at the best option. And I mentioned it the other time when we were on live last time, is you have Bill Belichick out there who's probably going to get the Atlanta job. I'm assuming that's not that. That's just my assumption. That's not actual
Belichick in
fact.
Atlanta finna be at the strip club.
Hey,
y'all seen
first of all, Belichick, and then we got Robert Kraft doing things too.
Did y'all see Belichick leaving that one crib? Did y'all see that video from the season?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Belichick was definitely leaving a young lady's crib at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., going to practice, bro, shirtless outside.
That man finna be
He finna be a wild boy.
No, but
he said, Tom went south, I'm going south too,
baby. South too. No, but I just think that the fact that Jim Harbaugh is going to LA is crazy to me, because, again, if you allowed him to come into the building, and I don't know what the reasons were, we're speculating that, well, Kevin Warren and him bumped heads, and so that's the reason why he didn't even give him a chance to even get an interview.
Right.
That's horrible business if that's really what happened, or if the McCaskiers are saying, no, Matt Eberflus is our guy. Do your due diligence. Do the homework. Do the footwork to at least get him in the building, get an interview going, and see if he's better than the option you went with, which he is. And I think that's what Bears fans are going to be complaining about, is why didn't you at least get an interview?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many options, right? Like it's not just that Harbaugh is a bit. Harbaugh signing is the one that's going to have us a little bit up in arms now.
Yeah,
but there was so many, to me, better head coaching options out there than what Matt Eberflus is. And so I think it does bring it right back around on the question of, was there why was there such an extensive OC search done? Like, you felt like Matt Eberflus was that great of a leader. And I think that's the part where I talk about, what Flus did here. Who do we love? Do we love Flus, the OC, or do we love Flus, the head coach, or do we love Flus, the DC? I love Flus, the DC. Flus, the head coach, hired Alan Williams.
I think we're looking at this wrong, fellas. It's probably, what did Harbaugh want? It's probably going to be, did he want?
You mean control?
Control that he was not going to get. I mean, a lot of times the coaches that get the GM roles like that, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that well. So, you got the issue that we're having is like outside of that, right? Does that mean that the Eberflus is also, if he comes here, that means that I think he's going to be here a lot longer.
Yeah.
They felt like this team is a few wins away from actually competing right now. So I don't think it was more about it was probably more about what is he going to demand, coming to Chicago. So I think they knew that coming in, and possibly is, if these rumors are correct about Kevin Warren not getting along with Harbaugh, does Harbaugh make it hard for to work with? That might be in the situation. We'll see what he gets in San Diego.
What is the Bears organization so scared of, that they always have these great candidates come in, and when they say, no, I want to have my hand in this outside of their immediate role, And then they get scared away. It's like, no, we want to have control over this aspect of the organization.
See,
we want to do this.
I don't agree with that aspect of it. I've seen a lot of people say that. Say Harbaugh's going to want to have control. He's going to want to be the one that's making the calls. They're not going to want to deal with that. Why isn't Roquan Smith here?
Why is he
He
not
wanted
here?
more money, didn't he?
Well, Roquan Smith's not here because Matt Eberflus didn't believe that he was a key cog in his defense.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like what? Like if we been Roquan Smith's not here because Matt Eberflus didn't want him here. You know what Matt Eberflus wanted? He wanted a Tremaine linebacker. He wanted an off-ball linebacker that was similar to what Roquan could do. You got that in TJ Edwards. It's not the same. He's definitely much worse. Well, I'm not going to say much worse. He's definitely worse than Roquan is.
Yeah.
But he is definitely a great get for the Chicago Bears when you're trying to replace a Roquan Smith. But like, Flus has been given what Flus wanted. Flus needed an edge rusher. Flus needed 3 techniques. Now the 3 techniques have not developed yet, but you have 3 techniques on the team. Like, I don't feel like the control aspect of it for Jim Harbaugh would be any different than the control aspect of it has been for Matt Eberflus, because the things Flus has asked for, Flus has gotten. I mean, since Matt Eberflus has been the head coach, we've drafted 4 DBs, we've drafted 2 defensive linemen, and we've traded for another.
But look,
you know what? Flus doesn't come off to me as that type of person that really is like that button pusher, though. Like somebody that's going to go against the grain. I don't know what that is, but
I was something outside. Like, watch yourself.
Yeah,
stay safe out there, Chicago. I was terrified.
That just threw me way
Getting
off.
used to all the sounds in the new studio, guys. They threw us all off.
We're still getting all the kinks out.
It almost seems as if Eberflus is the type of guy that is buddy with the organization and with the, like, he doesn't ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that we brought in and immediately he went to Tampa Bay and got a championship with Tom Brady? I'm always forgetting his name. The coach that we brought in with the caddy hat.
Oh, you're talking about
Arians?
No, Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. Yeah. So
you mean the coach of the year?
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Arians is that type of guy. Jim Harbaugh, that you can just tell their demeanor, the way they come off, the way their swag.
They're super A-type person.
Thank you.
I think Dick could
they're alpha types.
Dick could probably ruin that for them because all of the coaches have been like they've all been like Dick Duran, Lovey, Eberflus, Trestman.
Play it cool.
All of them have been very. Even I don't think. Well, Wannstedt seemed to have a little bit of fire to him because he was the hot DC coming from Dallas.
Yeah.
But other than that, all of them have been pretty much a monotone, low energy type of coach.
And that's why I feel like the Bears are again taking half measures. We talked about it. They did an excellent job of going through all the different candidates, 9 candidates for OC, and then they picked the guy that everybody is saying is a very, very good offensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
But when you look on the flip side, when you got the guy who's going to be running the show on both ends of the team, you're picking somebody that's technically mediocre that did okay at the end of the season. And like you said, would rather have him as a DC than an HC.
But fellas, okay, what happens if Eberflus actually wins this year? Is it a moot point?
Because if you go out and you win 12
if we
games,
go to the playoffs and trust me, you know, I want it.
Could you imagine if we got Harbaugh and Bijan? He wouldn't have pants on. Yeah. He wouldn't have pants on back then.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Oh,
it would have been bad.
I wanted
my eyes.
The problem is, I mean, it is what it is. Like, they clearly believe.
Your dad's in the chat, by the way.
The point is that shout out to Ron Holt. By the way, you know, it is what it is, right? So they felt like they're ready to compete. They like what they did. So if he ends up, I mean, like, are we Bears fans or not? I mean, it sucks. We didn't get Harbaugh, but I think he might have came in demanding more than they wanted to give him. Or it could have been one of the situations that they don't get along with the dude. And you do have to
I do think that probably is the case. I think more than likely that's really the case where there's some
what up, V-Dog?
I guess my hope is, right, that this doesn't turn into Luka Doncic not going to Sacramento. Yeah, I mean, because Vladdy had beef with Pops back in the old country.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's the hope, right? Because of beef, we missed out on somebody who's going to take a team a long way. Now, Jim Harbaugh.
Beef is when you need to. I forget the line.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You gonna keep going there?
Across the street. Beef, guarantee when I see you. Guarantee when I forget. Anyways,
What are you doing?
Great job there, Joe. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yep.
I give myself the.
There was
horn.
nothing. There was nothing there. No, I think it's like with everything, right? If the Bears have a good situation come out of this, if the Bears have winning, if it all goes right, we all look at this as yes, it's a moot point. But the what if right now, I think the tough part is, right, you're gambling on something we've seen before.
Yeah.
Right. This is the same story that we've all been a part of, where the Chicago Bears take the safe route, where the Chicago Bears take the comfortable route, and that route doesn't lead us to success. That route doesn't lead us to Super Bowls. That route doesn't lead us to perennial playoff teams. You know which route does? The Jim Harbaugh route, every single place he's been. And you didn't pick up the phone. And I think that's the more, I said this kind of when it happened, right? Like, I get having your guy, but the more egregious part of all of that is saying, I never talked to Jim's people. Whether you did or not. Like,
never even called them.
It's like, and I know a lot of people are sitting there, like, I think Courtney had the point of, well, what's he supposed to say? What's he supposed to say in that situation, right? Because if you picked up the phone and called, that means that you doubt the head coach. The season you just had should be enough for you to say you doubt the head
That's
coach.
your measuring stick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like the season that you just went through should be the reason you doubt the head coach, because the head coach is a very big reason why you're in this situation.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So there's doubt with the head coach, and you can't. I've said this a million times. You can't sit here and say we're willing to look away to go try and find what's better from Justin Fields because we want to get better. And not make calls on some of these guys with Matt Eberflus in the building because there was clear better out there.
We got a super chat from Dan.
Here's my thing too. Like,
shout out
going
Tanner
to
with
what
the super
Joe
chat.
said.
For the rap, what up,
What do you
gang?
got?
He gave me $5 for my rap. You know what I'm saying?
He gave him $5
for his
Beef
rap.
is when you need two guests across the street.
Nah,
That's
you
all.
done looked up the lyrics.
I
We
did.
don't
We
don't believe you.
That's all I remember.
Show the scrape. Show the scrape.
I was about to.
No, but I just think that with the whole situation now, I feel like the expectations are raised with Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus as a combination, because if Jim Harbaugh takes these Chargers, because the Chargers have a better complete team right now than the Bears, but if he takes them to the playoffs, there's going to be a lot of question marks. Because, again, for me, I feel like this is a turning point in the organization. And this is why I say you should do all of your due diligence, for every single position. This was the chance where we could have done an extensive search on HC, OC, quarterbacks, coach, whatever the case may be, because I feel like with this draft coming up, this is going to determine whether or not the Bears are going to take their team to, I'm just going to say it, to an elite level, or to a matter of fact, to a level that can continue with some of the better playoff teams in the league, or stay at mediocrity.
I got a couple further.
points.
If they mess this offseason up, we won't be good for 10 years.
Man, I think some of the chat has some good comments. Like Brandon Green says, do you think that Harbaugh actually wanted to be a part? Who says that he actually wanted to come here? Right.
I would love to know that if you picked up the phone and asked him.
That would be nice.
That'd be great.
We don't know.
Like maybe he didn't. Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
Hey, Joe.
He made. I'm just saying.
Hey, Jim. What you got going on? What's happening, Jim? Jim? Hello? Jim? I don't think Jim wants to be here, guys. He's hung up on me 4 times. Jim,
connection is bad.
Jim, George, can you call Jim? Jim? Hello, Jim. Like, I get it. If Jim didn't want to be here.
Wait, John?
Take a hang up.
Wait, John?
At least call the guy.
Yeah, right.
John? Oh, Jim.
Jim. Oh, this is John. John, what the heck are you doing on the phone? Jim just threw me the phone. Oh, Jim. Can we talk to Jim? Jim's not there. Just it's like, have y'all ever seen Scott Pilgrim?
Yes.
Have y'all ever seen Scott
Best
Pilgrim?
movies ever.
Bro, when he opens the door and she's like, "Is Scott here?" and you see him dive out the back window, it's like, you know what? He just left. I'm fine with that. If Jim Harbaugh doesn't want to be here, tell me you don't want to be here.
I'll take
But
Jim
at
curving
least-
us.
Hey, Jim, what's going on? How you feeling? Hello, Jim? Come on, dog.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
saying. I think that's my issue, and that's why it's like, did the Bears make the right call?
It might have been just that They're believing in this.
Did the Bears make the call? The first one you put in should have been.
Right.
Did the Bears make the call? No, they didn't.
Make the call.
Right.
Keep it. No, man. I don't know. It's
Talking to Mike Joe.
I think I'm right. The mic is right here.
Yeah, you looking away.
Jesus
Last pocket's like, I don't know.
Hey, you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My
There we go.
hands. I just think that it's disappointing in the sense, but they clearly believe in what they are implementing. They might believe that we are only a couple of games away. Like, I think we are the fans watching this, and it's like us creating these legends of people and coaches, and behind closed doors, behind the scenes, they're looking at it a whole different way. We're probably 3 games away, 3 badly coached games away from being in the playoffs. If we did a couple things right, and we still needed growth because the offense was still kind of trash.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to keep this. We like where the defense is going. We brought in 1 defensive end, and that defense looked like, oh my God, this is like
10 times
a
better.
top 10 defense.
Yeah.
So imagine getting 2 more pieces on that defensive line. Imagine getting a couple more offensive pieces. I think for him, it's like if he goes Harbaugh, he's going to want to probably redo
Build
the whole
up the
team.
offense.
No, he's probably going to redo the whole team. Like you say, he's probably going to prefer a 3-4.
He's going to prefer a 3-4. You would have had to made hardline changes.
Yeah, you got to change everything.
Mm.
So it would have made sense to get Harbaugh after you get let go of Nagy when Fangio leaves. Now he inherits a 3-4 defense. Then you come in with Justin Fields. That would have been the move to make.
Yes.
But whatever.
Speaking of Vic Fangio, let go by the Dolphins.
Shut your mouth.
Let go by the Dolphins. Vic Fangio is on the market, boys.
Are you telling me that Fangio and Greg Roman, the same guys he had in San Francisco?
Well, now
you think this is them coming together?
Well, Jim Harbaugh is supposed to be bringing most of his staff from Michigan with him.
That makes sense because they just won. Yeah, you wouldn't see them.
But which in theory would mean, right, that he's going to run a 4-3 there. But I'm saying that if he brings his DC from Michigan, they ran a 4-3 that last year. But what I will say is this: the timing is uncanny on that one.
Yeah, it is. It is a little suspect.
And I know I saw a bunch of people talking about Vic Fangio to Chicago. He's not coming here. Vic runs a 3-4.
I ain't gonna lie. I would love Fangio back.
I would love Fangio back too, but you're not building up a 3-4 out of nowhere.
You're not.
You know what I mean? You got a 4-3 here. You know what I mean, but hey, listen, it is interesting to see that timing on that. We're getting the band back together. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Jim Harbaugh. Hope he. I actually wish him success. I pray that he's able to turn Justin Herbert not into a quarterback that will definitely let you down.
I don't think you got to pray that hard. I think they're gonna be a good team.
I mean, listen, they should have been a good team every single year. There's no year where you didn't come into the season and go, the Chargers look good.
Yeah.
And every year at the end of the season, you go,
came up short.
They're not that good.
It could just be that, look, they're seeing this through, and they're right there versus wiping the slate clean. I think I would have definitely liked to have Harbaugh. I think just on paper, I think that he represents that kind of coach that we want. But we're going to sit there on Sundays and see what, Eberflus does for us.
Well, then is this another telltale sign that they're going with Justin then? Because if you're saying that, and if Jim Harbaugh is going to be the coach, would you think that he would come in and be like, I don't really want this guy, even though he's had a track record?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I give Shane Waldron the same power that I would have gave Jim Harbaugh coming in. Pair a OC up, pair a head coach up with the coordinator that you want, with the quarterback he wants.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and try and force a quarterback on him. And we heard, we had heard during the podcast yesterday, Baki tweeted it to us that, that the Bears were basically Matt Eberflus was defending Justin Fields in the exit or the interviews for the OCs and different things like that, kind of giving them, I guess, an olive branch, whatever you want to call with it. But if the OC comes in, if Shane Waldron is here now, and Shane Waldron is here now, and he comes in and he says, I don't want Justin Fields, you give him the same allowance that you would have given Jim Harbaugh coming in, because the worst thing in the world is putting an OC with a QB he don't want to work with. And that's what we keep doing as Bears fans.
Yeah.
Now, if he wants Justin, if he feels like he can fix Justin, we're going to do this. We're going to speed up the timing on this. We've got an elite quarterback here already. He just hasn't been unlocked. Fine, let's do it. Let's roll with it. But you can't sit here and we love to put a square peg in a round hole, don't we? Hey, up.
I don't know if that's pause or not, but
I don't think it's pause. I think it's pause, but it is crazy.
That's a current analogy. That's not pause.
It's not a pause. It's not a pause, but it is crazy.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we need the red flag for that.
Lightly conservative. No, yellow. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. That's not a flag.
That is a flag. A challenge would be the red flag.
Yeah, throw the challenge on that.
But we'll pull it back.
So I lose a timeout?
Yes,
right,
we
fine.
pull that back. That is definitely not a yes.
I lost the timeout.
I'm down to 2. Down to 2 for that.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like there was as extensive of a search as we went in.
Yeah.
For the OC, and as extensive of a search as I believe that we're going to go through for the DC, we didn't do that for the head coach. We didn't even wait
because I
didn't even place a call.
I think they believe in
Bill Belichick's out there, Mike Vrabel's out there, Antonio Pierce apparently was out there until Max Crosby said, "Don't let him be out there."
You know what's crazy?
Definitely
That is
Vegas
crazy.
got him.
Have you ever seen this in the history of the NFL where you had a Harbaugh, a Belichick,
No.
Coach of the Year, Vrabel, you have the number 1 pick. You have all these things, and you say, now, hey, are we trusting in King Bowles, right?
It isn't polls.
His track record is good. It's just my goodness.
Listen, I mean,
it's got to be something he's seeing that's happening here.
I mean, listen, it is still in polls we trust. We got that on the screen. Hold on. We gotta.
You got it? No.
It's up there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I just put it on the screen.
Did you?
No, you didn't.
You can't see it on your screen. It's in Restream, Joe.
I'm in Restream now, Joe.
Oh, I see it on my screen.
I can see it on his screen.
He sees it on my screen.
I'm the one going live here.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not on the screen.
Here, I'll fix that.
Which is hilarious because now it just looks like I was just leaning
He's
left
like-
and
like
right.
you're
for no
just-
reason.
Now you
That's this guy
look
doing
like
it.
the Goofy. There you go.
Well, now I don't see nothing. I still don't see it. I don't know. There's a disconnect here somewhere. I'm also going off on my hotspot because we still haven't gotten the Wi-Fi in the building. I'm just saying we're working off a struggle system here, and I hope this show's
we're getting
coming
the
to you
kinks out. We're
live and better than ever. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review if you guys haven't done
They said
so
they see it.
yet. They say they see it. I put it up there. I don't know.
That's weird. All right, whatever.
I gotta
But,
say, I'm still cracking up at the fact when you said yesterday, Ryan posed his cards. It's like,
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, dog.
what you got there, Ryan?
Good.
You got an ace?
I got all these cards.
You got a
man.
Belichick in there?
Hey,
You
what?
got, you got a Harbaugh in there?
Nope, none of that.
No?
None of that's in these
No
cards.
calls? No
None of that's
calls?
in these cards.
God. Jesus.
But no, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us, man. I guess here's the other thing, right? That is the concern now because Shane Waldron's here. He's here. He's in person. Here's the Chicago Bears OC.
Vote of confidence.
That's where the question mark comes in. Because I spoke with a host of Locked On Seahawks today on the Chicago Bears podcast. Make sure you guys go over there and check that out as well. Got some really lights on kind of the mindset of Shane Waldron.
Okay. All
There
right.
was a couple of words used here that I do believe will be very triggering for most Bears fans.
Oh, boy.
Inconsistent, not always aware of the moment. For about half a season, did not use DK Metcalf. Very adverse to adjustments in the second half.
Really?
And was a lead on the script. Now, a lot of this was based off of that was tough. A lot of this was based off of what happened in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
And the second half, things did improve a lot. A lot of injuries, also what we saw from Waldron, but there was a lot there that sounded very Getsy-ish for Shane Waldron.
Did you say not able to make adjustments in the second half?
Very adverse to making adjustments in the second half.
Okay. I thought that he was known for actually
The
doing
2022
that.
season and the 2023 season were very different.
What's it saying, Baki? What's Twitter saying?
It's just it's one of those things for me where it's like I'm hearing it now. The positives that did also come out of this were that he nurtures quarterbacks very well. He's very good at getting the most out of his quarterback, no matter
Right.
what that is.
Right.
So there is a development aspect that it does feel like he's going to be really good at, no matter what the Bears do at the quarterback position. I also questioned, was there some Pete Carroll interference? Because we know he's known for that. But it's one of those situations where you kind of just look at Shane Waldron and go, okay, is the blessings going to be more than the curses?
Like the positives outweigh the negatives.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I think
yeah.
it was a few things, though. I mean, you had the players.
Corbin
being-
Smith was breaking that down with us over on the Chicago Bears podcast today. Tune in with that episode as well.
They're saying like
Interesting.
wasn't situations where some of the players, the line, I don't know if the line has ever really been great. Then they've had issues with either personnel with the running game. I think they couldn't run the ball, so they tried to pass a lot from what I was hearing or seeing. So,
That's tough for me because they had Kenneth Walker, and I know he's a good running back.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good when he's healthy.
He's a good running back.
When he's healthy,
He's a good running back.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
got some
Come on,
talent.
he's a good running back.
I don't know about that. I think he's.
I'm just saying. And
I
by the
don't think
way,
they had some
flashes.
171 in the building, 44 likes. Let's get this up over 100 likes.
Get
Man.
that
Stop
up.
playing with your
Get
boy,
that up.
man.
Come on now.
But there's a lot of Luke in his game, according to
Luke Getsy?
there's a lot of Luke in his game.
Is that what he actually said?
He said he's
he
he
said
said he's
Oh,
he
man,
said
you about
he's
to make me
Is
scared.
that what he said?
listen.
Did you hear the fear in my voice?
Is that what he said?
He said basically what Corbin laid out was that he is better than Luke Getsy. He's definitely better than Luke Getsy from a quarterback development standpoint.
Yeah.
But that a lot of the things that were in game in 2023 was very Getsy-ish. In 2022, there was a ton of 12 personnel, ton of 13 personnel, a lot of proper usage of the personnel that you had on the field. And maybe there's a belief that the injuries just played a big part in that. But boys, we got an offensive line that has Tevin Jenkins on it. There's probably going to be some injuries.
Yeah, but I mean, look, in 2021? I mean, we're looking at, is it 10th in offense, 12th? Am I looking at that right?
I don't know, our stat guy's up
14?
here, so I can't verify for you.
Yeah, let me
I
get
think
this,
We got the stat guy in the front now.
Wi-Fi connection going here.
No, don't do that. Don't connect to the Wi-Fi.
Don't
The
shut
whole
it down.
show will go
Never
down.
mind.
I don't know. I mean, this is all, it's early right now. And, everything is let the dust settle. We still got to get these draft picks. They got to decide what they're going to do with the draft, who they're going to get in terms of player personnel running this offense. I don't think that Seattle even had the players that they really needed. Yeah, they had DK and they had Lockett, and they had a decent tight end, right?
Yeah, no
I don't
offense
think- I'm
over
not
there.
thinking- I don't
They got
think-
some good names.
I think their running back was just as good
I'll
as
tell you this.
I think
They
their
have
running back
better
was just as
weapons
good
than
as
we
our
do.
boy. I think their running
Yeah.
back was just as good as ours, though. With
Which is
Well,
fine.
well,
but, I
which
mean,
is not that it was okay. That's all I'm saying.
But one of the things that I heard about Shane Waldron in particular is that he's very good with less.
I do believe that is
Daryl
a good
Davis-
scenario. He schemed. Here's the tough
Yes.
part, right? For me, he schemed things very well. He schemed things up that Baki, I see your tweet, by the way. Y'all on games. Everybody in the chat talk about me getting a haircut right now. They said I look like The Rock. He said I look like The Rock right now.
Come on.
Daryl
man.
Davis, I'm definitely, if Saquon is on the free agent market, I will definitely sign him for 2-3 years. Let's go.
Finally, Pat has come back.
Finally, Pat has come back
to Wendy
to the TWCB. Forget y'all, man.
That's crazy.
Now, I think here's the tough part, right? And the one thing that we do have to see from him is he going to have a commitment to running the ball?
yeah,
I think a lot of the pros that we see from him are in the passing game. No matter what quarterback comes here, he's going to let it fly.
yeah. You said the ratio wasn't necessarily accurate, but it was like 75-25
Yeah,
pass to
not
run, right?
a lot
Like,
of runs in there, dog.
he wants you to throw that thing.
And the interesting part about it was when he did commit to the run worked.
Right.
So you could say, oh, well, he didn't have the O-lineman to make the run work. But then when he actually gave guys more than 15 carries a game, all of a sudden they were able to run the football.
Right.
I think that there's a lot of I think there's some Getsy in him with a lot of the cons, but are the pros going to be more? That's going to be the biggest question.
Well, I think what we're looking at is like, is he smart enough or is he creative enough just to be better than whatever we had with Getsy? It's like
that's the right word I want to hear. Creative.
He did also
is he
say
just creative enough to
we
do
also
something?
heard there will not be any wide receiver running back plays. There will not be any DJ Moore from the backfield.
Oh, you mean like a
Actually
Debo
be a
Samuel,
receiver.
like somebody, receiver
Well, I'm
being
fine
used
with
out
that
of the
though, because
backfield.
Luke Getsy did that, and I was like, "What the heck are you doing? You're going to get my star wide receiver killed because
Apparently,
you're trying to play him at running back."
apparently I'm hurting a few people's feelings about Kenneth Walker. Fine, I'll take Kenneth Walker. He's probably
I don't know what you've been
No,
saying,
they're like,
man.
we got
He's
Michigan
actually
fans like, yo,
talented.
I'm from Michigan. Don't you play with Kenneth Walker? I'm taking Kenneth Walker over everybody. I'm just saying he's good. I mean, he's okay.
talented. He's
He's
decent.
right. I'm just saying.
Kenneth Walker's a good running
If you
back.
got, if you're
He's
gonna
not
take
great.
Saquon or Kenneth
Well,
Walker,
of course.
you gonna
not.
take
I mean,
Christian
yeah,
McCaffrey or
come on
Kenneth Walker?
now.
I'm gonna take the dude that's taking $2 million.
Of course.
Kenneth Walker's taking $2
You're
million.
doing bargain basement. I want
Oh
talent.
yeah, you don't like
I
running back,
want
so you
talent.
wouldn't take
Hey.
C-Mac either.
Hey, listen,
You
you
know
know what I
the whole
you know where I
point is
want
they got to play.
you
He's
know
a
where I
real
want
GM.
talent at? I want talent at the fat guys up front that are opening holes for anybody with speed that can hold on to a football.
You ain't lying, man. I want an
I was
offensive
wondering where you were
line.
going with that statement. 'Cause
He-
that would've
he
been a
was-
pause
he was
if you just
teetering.
said what you said.
He
at the
was
end. I'm
teetering.
sorry.
He got to run it.
Opening up holes with speed.
No, he did a detour when he got the whole.
That was
I
almost
don't know
crazy.
where you were going, but
It was
hey,
almost
whatever.
crazy. It was
I'll
almost
still
crazy.
take the
Open
pause of the year.
lanes.
That's all good.
No, it's still on you.
Pause
A
of
minute
the year.
25.
Thank you.
Check it out. No, but I look at what we're getting here as far as an offensive coordinator, and I think the hope is that, with the coaches, right, even making the right call here. Did the Bears make the right call when it comes to the OC position? Because there were other OCs out there. Now, I like Shane Waldron. I still think he was probably the best candidate there. I think if you go out there and you give him some serious weaponry, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that he's going to be able to utilize it, but there is going to be that give and take of, okay, is this guy going to be able to come in and actually have balance? Because he didn't have balance in Seattle. That was his biggest knock. Is he going to be able to come in? And I think the part J-Mac asked them, in short yardage situations, what would you say, how would you say he is? And the statement was inconsistent. I mean, so there's a lot of inconsistencies. There's still some cons in there where you look at it and you go, okay, this is where this guy struggles at. Can he accentuate the things he already does well? Because I'll tell you this right now, he could not run the football one time in a game. He could go out there and in short yardage, he's dropping back to pass 3 times. The first part of the pro, I think, is the most important part of this, because can he start the quarterback developing the right way? If it's Justin Fields, is he going to get Justin back on track? If it's Caleb Williams or Drake May, he also said Drake May is probably the best quarterback for his system, but it's neither here nor there. But if it's Justin, or if it's Caleb Williams or Drake May, is he going to put them in a position where their quarterback clock starts off with good development and not us asking questions? That's the part for me that I care most about. If you come in and you develop a quarterback, and in 3, I said the same thing with Greg Roman. If you brought him in for Justin Fields, if Greg Roman develops Justin Fields and in 2 years I got to shoot him into the moon because he's not good at all, I don't care if the moon busts when you hit him. You know what I mean? Like honestly,
Yeah.
like I would rather see the development of a quarterback, the development of our offense,
Absolutely.
versus we're sitting here worried about ratios and things.
Now, here's a question I want to ask, going back to the whole inconsistent thing with Shane. Scenario. So say it's 3rd and 1 and you're at the goal line. I don't know what. And is Shane Waldron the type? Is he saying he's just inconsistent because he's a big play type of guy where he wants to see you throw it versus let's get a tush push going?
They were definitely mid in the end zone, in the red zone. They were a mid team in the red zone.
So maybe there's times where he doesn't go with the conservative play calling when there needs to be conservative play calling, because he loves to get the big chunk plays.
Yeah,
that's I'm wondering if that is part of his. I think
here's all I need him to learn. I like how Steve-O said that's why Simo's still here. That's why we've retained some of the staff that was here before. The thing that I want to see this Bears team do is just be situationally aware. If you can kind of hone it. Because remember,
a good
this
way to
guy's
put it.
coming into
Yeah.
what, year 4?
Yeah.
As an OC, and really year 3 was like half a year of him because they shipped off was that Ben Shapiro? Was that Ben Shapiro that was there 3 years ago? But
no, yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it
I'm
was.
not.
But like you're sitting there talking about him really having 2.5 years of football out there where he's the OC. Is he going to learn from those, or is he going to stick with what he's done?
Is
he going to be the same guy? Is he going to come into this season and be better? I just need you to be situationally aware. This 3rd and 1, and I got Deontay Foreman back there, if Deontay Foreman's back, or I got freaking Roshan Johnson back there, give him the ball. So that's the part where, again, like I guess it all comes together when you talk about the coaching staff, but you kind of look at Shane Waldron as a guy who there's a ton. You look at him like a quarterback. There's a ton of upside to this guy, but can you tap into potential?
Here's another question I want to ask you, and because you would be the expert on this and having these other analysts from other teams too, is there's a little bit of like throwing salt on a person's name when he leaves an organization to go to another team when you're trying to get some info on the person and they say, well, here's the negatives, here's the weaknesses, here's what the fans are having an issue with him on, here's what the organization.
That's a good question.
Like,
do you
take that with a grain of salt?
I would say no, because here's the thing, right? When Vic Fangio left Chicago, we all were like, dang it.
Yeah.
I mean, like if there's an issue with a guy, right? And Vic had issues.
Well,
there were things about Vic's defense that we went, hey, we haven't seen this in a couple of years. Need to see more. Blah blah blah. Like you gotta keep building this up. There were issues that would pop up, but. Right. There were so many positives, you loved it. When there's so many more positives than negatives, you don't do that. If a guy's 50, 50, 55, 45, maybe like 60, 40 is the ratio you're looking for. I would say Shane right now is probably 55, 45 positives and negatives. Definitely more positive than negative, but you're never going to say he's in the top 10.
Okay.
He's not a top 10 OC right now.
Who knows? Maybe he learns from those things and he can take that and apply it into a whole new situation. You're talking about a different quarterback. If we keep Fields, even if they get Caleb, whatever.
Shots out Javier. No, Cole Kmet, QB sneak will catch him off guard. Trust.
Right. Big trust. Big trust. Big trust. I think that you're talking about a different style of quarterback, though. So Russell left. Russell was declining when he had him.
We just didn't know he was declining that, but yeah, he was.
He was declining when he was there, and then he had Geno for 1 year, right? Because it's just the 1 year. So you're talking about a different, like Russell didn't want to run, right? And he'd rather just try to pass and try to extend plays when he could. But that offensive line wasn't that great for, remember, when Russell Wilson was there. And now with Geno being there, I mean, he managed to get 3,600 yards passing last year. So, but who knows what type of things he can come up with a more athletic, mobile quarterback that can, probably, make more, extend plays with his feet, maybe go off script a little bit. So that might be the situation, just based off the personnel.
Yeah. We'll see what they end up doing, man. I don't know. It's an uphill battle for the Bears in this season. Like this is a season where you cannot fall. But what this man say? He said, Mayor Chicago said, Pat's crispy. He got Bijan in the beard, but I respect it. I do not. I did get offered that at the barbershop today, though.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was like, because I got 2 spots that won't grow
patchy.
right now. I think I got one right here, and then I know I got this one. This from a cut. So I got cut as a kid, so I just hope it grows over. That's the hope. We'll see if it happens. No, the beard's coming in on its own, dog. I'm 1 month in. I think I look all right.
B-Dog wants to know if are we concerned that Waldron is more pass heavy and doesn't run the ball as much.
I'm not concerned about the fact that he's more pass heavy and doesn't run the football as much, because it's that's more of the league now, right? Like, listen. You know why Isaiah Pacheco's runs are so memorable? Because we see a solid 11 of them a game.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
very few.
I'm okay if the Bears. The question is it going to work?
Yeah, I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're passing more, that's the modern NFL. Is it going to work?
Yeah.
And for everybody who I keep hearing this, it's Chicago. It's cold. There's wind blowing in Soldier Field. It's going to be snow on the ground. You can't throw the football. So why does Aaron Rodgers have 13 5,000-yard seasons in Lambeau? It's a different environment. No, it's not. It's winter. It's cold outside. No, it's the same environment.
No, it's not. Lake effect is a little bit different than up there.
They got a lake.
The whole point is that.
What, you think Lake Michigan stop in Chicago?
No.
They go all the way to Detroit.
Pat, relax.
This ain't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
It's not that. Just relax. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying.
He said lake effect.
No, but the wind is it's not that. My point was just hopefully we can develop a run game. I'm not saying it like, oh my God, we're in Chicago and we just want to pass all day.
Like that's how you said it.
No, that's how you're saying it. All I'm saying is that I hope that we can just develop a balanced offense. Is he smart enough to utilize whatever, can we don't run at the detriment that we don't have the guys, right? I get that. Hopefully we could just use the players, use the talent to the best of our abilities.
There's always another running back.
But I would like us
really does not like
just being honest.
But there's
always another running back. We got 3 of them.
But 3 of them.
But this type of system,
3 of them.
But this system that we have still needs running backs, even with the receivers. Even though Aaron Rodgers had your boy up there in Adams, they still had 2 running backs.
Aaron Jones,
Aaron Jones, and But no, what's the Adams?
What were those running backs taking?
Huh?
When were those running backs taken?
That's not the point.
I'm just saying.
The point is that 2 of them. They had talented running backs is the whole point. We need some of that. Now, whether Velus becomes one of those.
What is with Velus, man? Velus is not going nowhere. He definitely ain't being no running
Velus
back.
definitely got somebody nudes.
He might be.
Velus
might be a Debo.
Bro, Velus got some nudes on somebody, bro.
They're not getting rid of him.
Like he's got
or anybody like that skill set.
Maybe Allen Williams was
what skill set
to be able to run out of the backfield and catch the ball.
You said the key word, able. Yeah. He has no ability. There's nothing he can do right now other than wave his hand when the ball comes at him for a kickoff return.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Jeez.
I'm just saying that the why they drafted him probably fits an idea of what they wanted. Okay.
I get why they drafted him.
That's all I'm getting at. I'm not necessarily stuck with Velus to that point. I'm just saying that whatever they're looking at, if it's Debo light or something in that vein, that's kind of what we're going.
We could get Debo light. That would be amazing.
That's Debo at Save-A-Lot. That's not even great
value.
That's
great value.
Debo. It's not even great value, Debo. That's when you go to Save-A-Lot and you be like, oh man, Aldi got fruit rounds. What they got?
That's Friday Debo.
They get red
His
circles.
Eyes are cross-eyed.
I'm just saying,
ball coming.
You go to Save-A-Lot, that mug is red circles. And like, oh, these ain't Fruit Loops. What is this?
It's loops.
Circles.
Are these Apple Jacks?
Fruit circles.
Red circles.
Red circles.
Right. Apple circles.
Red circles. Grape drink.
Grape drink. I want that purple stuff. I want that purple stuff. I don't know, bro. I'm saying like I'm fine with the ratio of pass to run if it gets the job done. That's modern NFL.
Absolutely.
That's the modern NFL.
That's true. It's more
running backs are the teams that have a running back that runs it every single down are far and few between in the final games of the season.
No,
it's really just Simo right now, right? Like that's the only running back we really care about in the playoffs right now.
No, I'm just saying, just having the skill to be able to catch the ball, using in the passing game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if it's giving the quarterback more weapons outside of, in the passing game period, check downs, some type of relief for him, or he can escape out and he can dump off to the running back. You got the tight ends, like utilizing this group that we have that they just didn't do. Like when we all got excited when they brought over the other tight end from Green Bay,
Robert Tonyan.
When they brought in Tonyan, it was like, yo, we got 2 tight ends.
I thought he was going to be used
more.
I
think
we got 2 of them.
I think they're misusing him.
We
didn't use them right.
And that's the one part about Waldron that does get me a little bit excited is that 2022, there was a ton of 12 and 13 man personnel. You're going to need that here. You got guys to run 12 and 13 man personnel. Cole Kmet, and this is, I guess, an olive branch for everybody. The one guy that he said could have a career year with Shane Waldron is Cole Kmet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to see that. I want to continue to see that. I want to see him be able to get out there and utilize the weaponry that we feel like we have on this team to the best extent. If that means 75-25, just in the 25 better be 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s. I mean, end zone opportunities, because you got big boys that can get touchdowns.
No, well, we're probably going to see slants.
We will see slants.
Oh my God, yes.
And I'll say
Maybe
this.
some-
I thought you were going with the other S word.
The one, oh wow.
Don't you curse.
Excuse me?
Screens.
Oh,
Screens.
Screens.
Lord
Oh,
have mercy.
oh.
Screens, guys.
Well,
What in the world you all think?
Hey guys, I still want to see screens. I don't know if you know this. I still want to see
Screens
screens.
are great.
Just use them the right way.
Just trick the
Better
defense.
be
Yeah.
some good blockers.
Just trick the defense. If everybody
No, I
knows
mean,
you're running
listen, the
screen
screens
play-
work when
pass.
you don't use them 4 times in a row. Like, I'm just saying.
That's all you got on your
They
face
usually
sheet.
work when you don't do them in that
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah.
But
No.
I mean, do we think they're going to keep Mooney is still in the contract, right?
No, he's a free agent.
He
Right?
is done.
Am
I
I
got to
tripping?
look that back up. So, okay, then I think they move on from him. But the idea of actually utilizing their personnel, they just did not do that this year. We talked about this
No,
all
because we
season
remember
about
you-
how they were just Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right? Because you didn't know one game they sit there and passing the ball. One then they sit Dante Foreman out. He's an inactive person.
I didn't get that.
Then
either.
they only put in Roshan to block here. They only
But you know what? I can deal with that. And that was a lot of people that were upset about that. I can deal with that because the only time the team ever showed any he's an undrafted free agent now. The only time the team ever showed any intelligence to me was when they finally started letting one running back get used to what he was trying to run. Right? Like and they had to get forced into that. Right? Deontay Foreman had a family thing going on at the end of the season. Hope everything's going well with that and everything, gets worked out, whatever that was.
Yeah, Gucci, I'm with you.
Earlier
Rhythm.
on in the season, Khalil Herbert was hurt, so you had to give the ball to only Deontay Foreman and Roshan Johnson. There was a clear starter and a backup. When you had all three of them, giving 3 guys the ball 6 times a game doesn't work.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that an identity of this is what we do getting off the bus, and then we figure out the strengths of what our team does, and then we attack the weaknesses of the defense. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are we a passing team, or we're a balanced team, but then like we're strong with our tight ends, or are we just a wide receiver screen type of team? Because that's all we do. That's our identity.
Yeah.
Our
Our identity was wide receiver.
strong running game, whatever. We know that we run a cover 2 defense. This is the cover 2 and a form of it. So you got to try to beat this defense that we run very well. So the whole point of, like, for us, what is our offensive identity? And it looks like, okay, they want to do this Shanahan, McVay type offensive tree offense. Great. And I think we had a guy that just did not know how to run it the right way, and maybe this guy does.
Yeah.
And so, okay, good. That means that we're going to have somewhat of a little bit more of a pass. We're definitely going to be passing like crazy come September and October, most of November.
Yeah.
Then are we going to be able to, offset that and be balanced come, December and January?
Just the vertical offense. That's all I'm looking for. Just throw the ball down the field.
I need more of that, please.
That way. Just
Please.
that way.
I'm hoping that we get this offensive line tight, and I'm hoping that we get our defensive D-line,
Listen, get a center.
definitely the center.
That
Get a
is the
center.
biggest need on
Get
the
a
line.
center.
That is
I don't
the
care what
biggest
you do at
need.
the quarterback. Get a center.
I was talking to my guy on
Second
the
or
way
third
here.
round, baby.
Do we? No, I'd rather just draft a rookie center. Does it make sense to get an experienced center?
Makes
Or-
sense, but it depends on who you get.
We tried that. Look how it happened. Look what happened.
He
Yeah,
can't-
I heard. I
you
think
notice that any Packers cast-offs have been trash for the most part.
Well, I think the funny thing about Mercedes Lewis.
Getsy.
Mercedes Lewis.
What did Mercedes lose him?
I like Mercedes.
No,
Lewis.
he's
Mercedes
a very
Lewis
good
was
black.
the leader in the locker
He got
room.
like
I kept
one
that all
catch.
together.
And he ran like
he's not there for
but
catching.
he ran like he was the best athlete in the world.
Mercedes
in
Lewis.
1950.
He's not there to be an all
He ran
pro
a
catcher.
a 6.2.
The greatest athlete alive, they say. Runs a 6'2", 40. Smokes a pack of cigarettes an hour. No, Mercedes Lewis was a leader for that locker room, though, and I think
Definitely.
That's cool.
yeah.
But
was a
in
good
terms
addition.
of
That's a good thing to have.
he was like, it's not that. I'm just saying. But
It
the
seems like it was
Packers
that.
guys that we brought over,
Seems like it was that.
You're harping on him a little too hard.
I'm saying they didn't do it. They didn't help us win it.
Hey, won us one game. He called a touchdown.
Whatever. Hold on.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Y'all haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Is there anything else we need to hit on today?
No, I got nothing.
Chloe, baby.
I got nothing. Whoa.
Hey. Hey, appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Just want to say, yo, Pat the VSPX. The ESPN checks treating right. I see the chains, my guy. Hey, baby. Look good, don't it? You goddamn right. Change your camera, Joe. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all can joke all you want. I look good. Goddamn right.
I look darn good.
What you doing? What is that?
Trying to be like Vanna White.
What is that? I didn't know what was going on.
Vanna White.
Was that what that was?
I was presenting the
How
face.
old is Vanna White at this point, bro?
I had no idea. 91.
Bro, Vanna, no, she's not. She's well over 65.
Age 71.
No, Vanna White, I think, is almost 80, bro. Yo, I think Vanna White's almost 80, bro.
Give my.
Are we really looking this up?
Hey, you want to know why? You want to know why? Because he's a dirty old man. He's still into Vanna White.
No, don't do that. No, don't say that.
You into Vanna White over there, my guy?
No, I don't want to see Vanna White.
Watching a lot of Jeopardy?
Watching her and Pat Sajak is like, just give it up.
She's only 66. I was way high.
Yeah.
Y'all know ages ain't my thing.
Going down.
Joe's back in. Joe's back in on there now.
Another night half for you.
Joe did text me during that Dolly Parton. He was just like, hey,
Lord
yo,
have mercy.
what's going on?
What?
Hey,
Pat.
hey, now. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the super producer, Joel,
with me
of
alone.
course, the man, JC. It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. Peace.